this is today's run, right?
Hello everyone, and welcome to a Paladin percent slash Golbez percent race. This is the Lunarian Shuffle, created by Crow himself.
Yep, and I am here. I am Crow. Also joining today, we have Goku Black, who just spoke, and also Mulcibaer.
Hello! I'm Mulcibaer. I'm also streaming this fantastic monstrosity that you can also enjoy if you visit the Lunarian Shuffle Discord. Where's that at, Crow?
Yep. So yeah, if you just Google the Lunarian Shuffle, top result should be the blog, and then from there you can get the link to the Discord, as well as the link to download and run this randomizer yourself. I won't get into all of the details right now, but the long and short of it is that in the Lunarian Shuffle, you go through the original plot of the game, the original dungeons, in the same order as the original. So it's not like an open world thing like Free Enterprise is. Instead, what gets randomized is everything you have access to. In today's seed, we are randomizing what abilities each character has, of course, which characters are there, what kind of equipment each character can use, as well as what equipment exists in the first place. A bunch of other things get randomized too, like what levels exactly you learn spells and all that kind of thing. We'll get into more details as to the nitty-gritty as we go forward. But for now, I think it's about time for us to get started, if everyone's ready.
Yep. What about you, Mulcibaer?
Ready, Mulcibaer? Mulcibaer has gone silent.
Mulcibaer? Are you there? Maybe it's...
Okay, just gonna wait till we get a response from him.
Yeah, we gotta wait. It's fine though. Maybe his cat at the keyboard.
I guess that's not impossible. Let's turn off background input so I can type.
Oh, for me, I generally just have the background keyboard hotkeys off, like the actual, like the option to have the background hotkeys going keyboard off.
Yeah, while leaving like the controller input on.
Yeah, that's generally what I do now.
Is that actually an option SNES9X has?
Yes, it is. It should be right under enable background input.
It's actually not for me. My guess is I'm probably running an older version of SNES9X.
What version are you running?
1.55.
Oh yeah, I'm at 1.60, so...
Okay, I should probably mess around with updating that at some point. Anyway, how's it going, Mulcibaer? Are you here?
I'm back.
Okay, so everyone ready then to get started with the little race here?
Yep.
Ready.
Okay, let's start then in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright. We're off.
Good luck, everyone.
Alright.
Okay. So we'll be starting off here, and we do have the shorter cutscenes option on, so we won't have to go through all of the text boxes and such. Instead, the game is simply going to provide a TLDR kind of pantomimed version of what happens at all the major plot points, so you can still keep track of what's going on. Looks like we've got Edward as our first character.
Yep. Edward. We don't know what equipment or ability set he's gonna have, so we can't really say, oh, it's Bard at this point.
Okay, at this point, he could have access sword and be the fastest blade in the kingdom. But we don't.
Yeah, or he could just be Edward. It's not super likely, but he could have his own ability set and his own equipment. But, you know, odds on that are, what, 1 in 169, I think? Be 13 squared on that.
I was doing a Lunarian Shuffle Seed yesterday, and I had a Paladin Cecil replacement, Rosa having Paladin Cecil's equipment type, and young Rydia's ability set. It was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so, looks like Arcane replacement is Tella here. Oh, quite the pair.
I know, right? I was just thinking about that.
Alright, so there's going to be plenty of internal strife there.
Especially...
The chests in the castle. I'm not going to check what Edward does just yet. I'm going to wait for that checking. And
okay, so that's what that is. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Okay, Alvin Cecil is the Rosa replacement, and Dark Knight Cecil as the Cid replacement. So in the course of the early game, you do get a few chances to see some of the upcoming characters. And now that I'm in this cutscene here, I'm going to go ahead and update what I know thus far about where each character is.
So, the reason why Dark Knight Cecil and Paladin Cecil are in this as a separate character is because the game considers them to be completely separate characters. But for some reason, Rydia is not. Just have different equipment ability sets.
Yeah, Rydia's, like, half being a new character, half not being a new character, has been a constant thorn in the side of developing this, because anytime I try to do anything interesting, it always creates special bugs whenever Rydia's involved.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's...
Well, the Imp Summon can be found in Baron Town. Not sure if that's helpful, but it's there. Ooh, headband. Okay, so what do we have here? Rune style equipment on Galuf and adult collar stuff on... Yeah, and he already has a leather headband.
Oh, leather.
One on Galuf as well. So we do have randomized equipment here, which means that not only is what kind of equipment each character can use getting randomized here, but furthermore, the equipment itself has been randomized. So those leather headbands there, the fact that it looks like a headband tells us that it boosts physical stats without having to, equip it to find out. Sure. There's also a different icon for mage robes versus normal clothes, just
and
it's a little bit easier to distinguish.
And mage hat as well. Mage hat as well.
Yang's ability set and Edward's ability set.
Oh, I forgot we had X.
Methods on these guys, so it's gonna be pretty quick.
Alright, let's go ahead and get through here.
2 steps behind the ball.
Forgot about the thing there. This is gonna be a fun deal here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's great, dude. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. That ability set on Tella's fun. And by fun, I mean he's absolute trash.
Well, to be fair, Tella often is. If he doesn't have magic, he doesn't bring much to the table.
And even with magic, he's not that great.
Not really. I do not have anything to activate the Mist Cliff with. I did not visit Baron Town, so I don't know if there was something I could have done there, but in any case, I'm on to Mist Village now.
Oh my goodness, that was... Just... Why? Why do we have this? This is so bad.
Because the game loves you. It loves you for already finishing 3 seeds. The time it's taking me to finish 1.
Are you talking about the, I don't think are you talking about...
Actually, for the Lunarian Shuffle Challenge League, I got through Golbez
Okay.
for the previous one. I just didn't actually get around to posting the video for it. So, I'll take care of that at some point today.
Okay, cool.
What we're talking about is we're running a weekly challenge.
Yeah, and I've decided to take the responsibility for it. So I've been putting objectives.
I don't think Edward has a whole lot of defense.
Well,
We have here.
I mean, I was taking like 16 to 20 damage from Demus, so I don't really think.
Oh right, I guess kick is wrong here, so I'm trying that.
I love how
It's actually pretty good.
I love how
Pretty low hits.
it was I love how Edge is called dude.
Oh yes, and the this cutscene.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Some of the things like Brat and for Palom, totally fits him too. It does. It fits him.
Oh well. This is that dude from the Island Kingdom, yo.
Okay. Zeus Rage, and I guess keep on. If I can get an exit, that'd be good. I guess I could sell the thing, but yeah, that doesn't leave me enough cash. And we have
We can get rid of them.
apparently so.
I haven't got rid of one. If we can get rid of oh, nice. I guess Edward is really fast.
Yeah, Edward is the one stat that Edward has that's actually good is his agility. It's not quite up there with Edge, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
And
Just as a thing here, I was able to give off 2 kicks before he said attack.
okay, that's actually faster than I was able to do it, so I guess your inputs were just faster, or maybe you got a little lucky. Either way, good job.
Thanks. Yeah, I was able to get 2 kicks. I was surprised, you know, I'm automatically run buffer things, so it's just kind of a concept I have now. Sure, why not?
Oh, right, I guess that would get you through there, yeah.
Yeah, run buffering.
In that case, I guess it would actually save time compared to just eating hits.
Yeah, so I'm used to run buffering things, so it's not really that big of a deal.
It's a pretty good ability set for that fellow.
Oh, that is... Yeah, it is. Okay, that is... Okay. So, I know exactly what that is.
So, Callum here has been assigned the ability set that I created for Golbez. Golbez is a playable character in the Lunarian Shuffle. And so, if you get his ability set, it is Dark Wave plus...
Black magic.
yeah, some black magic. It's not the full list. Like
Yeah, it's
most
the,
black mages
it's the
have,
tier
but-
2 spells, the tier 3 spells, Virus, and Meteo.
And also Drain.
Yeah,
That'd be
Drain.
the first spell he learns.
Yeah.
grain is honestly not that great most of the time, but it does have its interesting uses, particularly early on in the game.
What I'd like to know is, why didn't Palom's name get randomized? Like he...
Was it a chance to do it randomized?
His name never got randomized! Still called Palom!
Wouldn't be random if it didn't have the possibility of being the original.
True.
That's actually a nice set of equipment, it looks like, on
It's taking...
I would pull off that dagger for other uses.
Yeah, the one thing I actually don't like about rarer encounters is the fact that it turns on the hard to run flag, but...
Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah, so if you try to run away from combat in this currency, it actually will take a lot longer than normal because we've turned on the the rarer but harder to run from fights flag. This will make fights actually take quite a long time to escape. Kind of the same concept as if you're trying to escape the dragons in the final descent towards the final boss.
I thought it was similar to the Fatal Eyes.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there.
The Fatal Eyes in the Lunar Scepter.
Aquamon's actually kind of kicking my character's butts. I probably should have put them in the back row, but it's not like I'm in danger of losing, but I'm not getting any experience on either of the characters that are going to be sticking around after becoming a cutscene.
Interesting.
I do have life potions, but I think I'm better off. Yeah, I don't have a tent, so I think I'm best off just running back into Dan Cyan after this cutscene in order to revive my characters. I'm also going to grab this dagger Alan has, because I want that. Whenever equipment is randomly generated in the randomized equipment option, the game will... Wait, no, that's not what I want to pull that. I want this character. There we go.
So...
Oh, but you can't hold it. Never mind.
So in the Lunarian Shuffle, the game will never give you equipment that you will never have access to. So like the characters, if you don't have someone who can equip axes, it will not give you axes unless you're in super hard mode.
Right.
The game's pretty good at not doing that.
So with the randomly generated equipment, the names for the equipment that is created is based off of the stats the equipment has. So if you see a wise dagger, that does tell you that it's going to grant wisdom to whoever's holding it. However, from one deed to the next, there's no guarantee that the wise dagger you see in one is going to work like the wise dagger you see in the other, or even that there's going to be a wise dagger in both. It's a pretty large pool of names, and occasionally, if it can't figure out a good name to give, it'll just throw together a bunch of letters and go with that.
I wonder if the fact that we put on rarer encounters, if that screws up the run buffering at all.
In normal battles, definitely would. I think it probably screws up run buffering in boss fights too. I think so. That's not a technique I usually make much use of, so it's not something I know super well. But I think it does screw up run buffering.
Oh, come on! I hate this controller. Sometimes this controller is gonna be the enemy. This controller is screwing up in my entire inputs. This is why I need a new controller. It put it so that I pressed. Apparently, the game thought I pressed change instead of going down to the black magic.
Oh, that's not the same thing.
No, it's really not.
You meant to put in a change though, right?
No! I'm going down to the black magic so I can kill Octoman. Oh man, that was a fun fight.
Oh, well, that's
Here.
definitely not the same thing.
Hard style equipment.
I think for
Does mean I get to make use of the mark I just got, which honestly not very good. So I'm not too excited about that, but whatever, I'll make use of it.
I think I'm going to be using the Damsian's healing pots as soon as I get out of the cutscene. The only the only character I have alive is just gonna leave. And only because he had lit 2. Edge didn't survive and Edward didn't survive.
Hard choice between my bows here.
So if anyone doesn't know, Crow is a huge fan of archery.
Probably just blast
The actual pursuit of archery or
Using bows and arrows in pretty much every single situation. Although, to be fair, that is a pretty good strategy when you're facing Mylonzi and you just use white arrows or whatnot. That
might be a pretty awkward.
So we know that Rydia is not going to be in the final party, and we know that Palom's not going to be in the final party.
Correct.
Because duplicate characters are not on. But what we do know is we're going to have a Tella and an Edge and a Paladin Cecil in the final party. That's what we do know.
I feel like I should be taking one more normal fight here just to level up before taking on that Lion. This is a pretty miserable party.
I bet you it's completely okay. You can sweep Atline with this party. This is such a good party.
I know for certain that I'm going back into Damsian and using the healing pot because I don't have anyone that's alive right now besides the new party member. So
yeah, I'm in a similar situation. Meant I didn't get any of the Octomom experience, so I don't have nearly as many levels as I would normally have.
yeah,
Characters.
Octomam just completely destroyed my other characters, so. On a side note, though, if I do run into a cream encounter, I can deal with that. That's a little side note there. Looks like Bard equipment type on Rydia. Which means she's going to be about as useful as Edward is. Oh. Okay, it comes with that. I don't want to put that on at the moment because I don't want the strength lowered. We'll go and put the leather on, I guess.
This is miserable. Barely even able to fight 2 turtles.
I mean, I just fight the, actually, you know what, I think it's a dumb thing why I haven't been doing this. Do I have, yeah, let's take the, let's do some things here. I'm gonna take the arrows off of you. Let's do this. Let's actually use our brain for a minute. So, if you have the fix sticky stats option off, then the back row glitch is indeed in. So what you need to do is put on a back row weapon, then take it off, and your character will be back rowed for the rest of the game.
Oh right, I forgot about the fix sticky stats option. Didn't even think about turning it on. Yeah, we do have a off, so yeah, you can do full damage from back row with the weapon that's not supposed to be able to do that.
Perfect. Perfect formation. I'll use my Zeus Rage here. Actually, I've got 2 of them, but... Oh, experience. Fantastic experience.
I'm just gonna roll the dice with Edge here. Oh, interesting. Does recall just not work whenever you have negative? No, that's not it. Right?
You have 0 wisdom? Is that what you're trying to say?
Whenever I had negative MP.
Oh, negative MP?
Yeah. But it's working now, so I think I just got the 1 in 256 fail.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that was an option.
Step forward and do nothing and step back.
Actually, I think I've seen that before, and I think about it.
I'm looking for I think it's 1 in 64 chance on getting the virus. That'll speed things along if that happens.
Isn't it like a 5 or 10% chance?
Yeah, it's pretty low.
So as long as you don't use the fight command, Antlion will not counter. You can use focus, you can really, you're gonna do this to the game again. You can use dark, you can use focus, you can use magic. He won't counter unless you use the fight command. He only counters with the fight command, so... what I'm probably going to do here is do focus, lit 1, dark wave, and this fight should be over pretty soon.
I picked up a couple of spell items in Kaifo, and that's how I dealt with that line.
Oh. Apparently there's no shop.
I checked the shop, I just...
Oh right, the item shop did have Zeus Rages.
I didn't pick up any Zeus Rages. I picked up...
Not like exciting damage to Antlion.
I did. I picked up...
No, but it's probably going to be 20 or 30 hits.
I picked up a exit and 10 cure ones.
Yeah, I was trying to afford exit, but I wasn't able to come up with stuff I was willing to let go of at that time. At this point, I could easily have done it, but at that time, I didn't have the cash for it.
Antlion has exactly 1,000 HP, so we should be getting through this anytime soon. We should be almost through this fight. So focus, when you use it, it lowers your defense by 1.
Literally 1?
Yes, 1.
Okay. That's not really all that scary.
Yeah, it's like 1 defense, I think. It's like something like very little, so you don't really have to worry about it too much.
For some reason I was thinking it halved your defense, but...
No, it doesn't half your defense. No, I know that for a fact. It does not do that. That's why you see some people playing free enterprise do the back row Yang, use his brace, whatever, attack command so many times, and then they'll put him in the front and use focus, because it raises his defense by 1 every single time he uses that, and focus lowers it by 1. So they get to a point where they can actually use it and not have to worry about taking massive damage. I know I've seen a few people do that.
Yeah, there are a few situations where I've turned to spamming armor stacking. Usually Baigen is the fight that will wind up turning off of that if I have a particularly weak team offensively.
I think it was the last week's Lunarian Shuffle Challenge League, where I had a pretty weak party against Baigen, and I really choked against Kenazo. Like,
I remember getting through the shell was tricky with last week's team.
Yeah. Like, I just legitimately choked. It was really hard. I had, like, no damage output and very low HP. It was scary. I was kind of in a bad situation. I died, like, 3 times. And all 3 of those times, I didn't save after Baigen.
Oh. You didn't learn after the second one?
No! What I ended up doing was darting on Kenazo. And that forced him into his shell, and I could recover.
Child Rydia equipment, adult Rydia abilities, sure.
Hey, it looks like we're in the same, we're at the same spot here.
That sounds like it's correct. We beat Antlion at about the same time.
I'm just gonna exit out. I don't need to walk out of the town. My speedrun free enterprise muscle memory is saying, let's just exit out. Also, on the Lunarian Shuffle Challenge League, I have an entire text document out for the score of the weeks that's gone by so far. So I've been keeping track. You did not have to run away after Golbez percent. You didn't have to run after Golbez percent. It was Paladin percent, Golbez percent, and then right in the lunar subterranean. So you didn't have to run away after that Crow. You didn't have to fight everything.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was through Golbez percent and then the lunar subterranean.
Okay, I was thinking it was through each of those stated things, but okay, well, now I know.
Yeah, so when I said Golbez percent Paladin percent and the Lunar Subterrane, I was meaning like through those specific, the first two, and then you can't run away from the final dungeon.
Alright, so this is our gang replacement.
I generally like to go to the left side of Mount Hobbs because, well,
there's some good equipment
okay, so how the Lunarian Shuffle works is the way the treasures are laid out. The farther away you have to go to get equipment, the more likely it's going to be better than something that you don't have to go out of your way for. So, I generally get a whole lot of at least somewhat decent stuff from the left side, so I always try to at least go to the left side. Looks like we got a staff on Kane.
Yes, we have a cure staff. Okay.
Cure staff should do the cure spell, right?
Yeah, if it says cure, then it works like the cure staff from the original, where it does some healing for everyone. If it says cure 1, then it's actually cure 1 spell, like maybe single targeted or multi-targeted, and it's weaker if it's multi-targeted.
Yeah, that's how I was thinking that actually worked, but I wasn't entirely sure.
Wow, that staff has like no hit rate.
See, the thing is, a lot of people I've talked to and just says like they don't know that the spells, the cure spells have 100% hit rate. And it's not the fact that it's based on will. The healing is based on will, but not the accuracy. The accuracy is 100%. And I don't know why people think it's based on will.
Yeah, the life spell can miss, and its likelihood of hitting is based off of its your will stat.
But the cure spells cannot miss.
Based off of the number of sub-hits of the life spell's quote-unquote attack, which is 1 plus 4, 1 plus an extra 1 for each 4 will you have. So that gives you a certain number of tries at a given likelihood per try.
Yeah, I was talking to someone the other day, and they were telling me how they thought the cure spells could actually miss, and I'm going, no, actually they can't. The life spell can miss, but not the cure spells. The healing magic can never miss. Oh my goodness, I thought my controller was just screwing me over again. I gotta get this controller fixed. For some reason, the gray bombs don't have as much magic defense as the regular bombs, so you can just kill them in like a siege rage or something like that. The regular bombs actually have a good amount of magic defense for some reason. And foot's over.
Ninja and Sage. That's not a great combination. That's Cure 1. And it looks like wearing leather will reduce your strength in this seed.
Wait, leather? What are you talking about?
Leather.
Don't we have a leather headband?
We do have a leather headband. However, there's also a piece of leather armor that Kane is wearing.
Oh, pleather. I keep hearing leather. Yeah, just was a little confused there. Tier 1 staff has horrible accuracy. Do I take the little bit more of the accuracy, or do I take the extra attack power? That's the real question here. I think for the time being, I'm going to stick to actual accuracy because the sub hits kind of matter. The actual, because what good is attack if you can't hit, right?
Generally speaking, the sub hits will add up to more damage overall than yes.
Oh, I might be in.
Instant stone. That's pretty relevant.
I'm gonna actually, oops. Please don't do this, controller. I just want to cure up. Please do not cast exit. I swear, a couple of times my controller was trying to use exit.
Hey, see how the gauntlet goes.
I'm just saying, that would be a really, really bad thing, considering I'm going outside the right side of Hobbs. And exit would put me right at the beginning again. You know, I had that happen one time during part of the way through the lunar subterranean. I'm just going, wow. So my controller is just gonna do that, huh?
So that Venom Rod is actually pretty good as far as rods as physical weapons are concerned.
Yes.
So
Instant stone.
we are going to be losing Mario in a minute. So I think it's silly he's called Mario. Very silly. Hey, all I need to do was sort my
I
inventory.
have no private respect for different IP's characters here. You have to mix them all together and have them all in the same pool.
I just think it's funny. I've had Paladin Cecil named Mario who could actually jump. I don't know if you guys have. I have a clip.
True Mario.
I have a clip on my Twitch channel that says that. That is a Lunarian Shuffle clip of Mylon Z and Mario and Paladin Cecil. Paladin Cecil is Mario and him jumping. I have clip footage. You guys should watch it. It's great. Not really too scared of this gauntlet. I do have Kick and Darkwave, so not really too. It's just gonna be a long fight.
An opportunity to secure one staff. Oh well. I think I'm still okay. Little low on HP on a couple of my characters.
So if you use Darkwave, it actually does not consume arrows. Surprisingly.
Oh right, Gargoyle is flying.
So also, as a side note, if you use aim while in the middle slot, you actually overflow your accuracy, and it goes, you get lower than your fight command. There's not a whole lot of people who actually know that.
Yeah, essentially, in that case, you are overflowing your hit rate past 255 and back down to like 70-ish%.
Yeah, it's like aim has a accuracy of like what, 255. So
Yeah, 255, and then there's a 25% bonus to your accuracy for being in the middle row.
yeah, so it basically goes to like 25, I think, if I recall, right? Like, it's pretty bad. It goes down to pretty low. I remember that. That's why when you see a if you put Rosa in the middle, pretty much in any sort of character who has the aim command, you do not want to put them in the middle if you're going to be using bows and arrows. Because you're probably going to be using that aim command. Essentially what you're doing is making it harder for them to hit.
Alright. So that's the rule gauntlet dealt with. We just got flashed by Ella jumping. Vanilla Golbez here.
So that means we're not going to have a Golbez to play with.
Not in our party. We do have Golbez's abilities, but not Golbez himself.
Yeah. Last Lunarian Shuffle Seed, I actually had no healer for the final party, and no life potions. No life potions for sale anywhere.
Oh.
Because I had a healer at some point in the overworld, so I didn't have life potions. So I didn't have life potions available. It kind of made sense, but at the same point, I'm just going, oh my goodness, this is going to be fun. So I did something meme-worthy. I did something meme-worthy.
What did you do?
I ground to level 99. I kid you not, I did.
No.
I could have been using
I kid you not. Pure level 99 grind. Like, you know what? If we're gonna have no healer, I want to at least make a meme out of this.
Yeah, I would not have patience for that.
Following those instructions.
So, we're gonna be getting over to the Dragoon fight in just a few. One thing to know is actually faster to it is not possible to win the fight. It is actually impossible. But in a certain mod it is, because you're able to heal after every single hit. So in a certain mod, it actually is possible. Oh, nice, thank you. Yeah, I'm talking about a regular mod, not a randomizer. Like, I don't know, Ultima? Where you have a blood sword and you're draining HP from Kane. So you have a dual wielding Dark Knight Cecil and a blood sword and whatever else you have equipped, and he can just keep healing and never die. You also get a good amount of experience, and you get a drop, which is nice. But it
is really good.
But
she is Edward's replacement. So
but in the Lunarian Shuffle, it is faster to off yourself than it is to try to even come close to surviving. If you're put on critical health, though, he'll jump and the fight ends. He'll say something like, "Ha, got you," and jump and land on you, and the fight's over.
Maybe cheats. Well, then, Shuffle, he was a cheater. Cool.
Well, I mean,
Jump you into oblivion.
clearly, when you're working for someone who is of evil, clearly that makes you stronger, right? That's what seems to happen.
It causes you to have very high HP compared to your
I mean,
usually help your attack power.
I mean, I beg to differ because in the Game Boy Advance and PSP versions, Kane does a few hundred with his first hit, and the next hit he does is like 2,000 to 3,000 damage. So I beg to differ. I'm just gonna say this right now. How come he can't do that much when he's in our party? I'm just gonna say this right now.
That would be good.
Good
things, though,
you know what?
we must suffer.
We're just gonna use the summon because we can. Let's go. I'm pulling out all the memes here. Yeah, I know, we're not allowed to have good things. That's a crime.
No, not all of them.
If we were to have good things...
So yeah, it's going to be pretty miserable.
I mean, can't be worse than a Tella, right?
He's doing his best.
I mean, it can't be worse than Tella, right?
Probably open for debate.
I'll be heading there shortly anyway.
Something unique about this shuffle here is that we actually get a level up table for power of her persona. It's not simply locked at one stat level for the entire game.
So, those of you who don't know, the Lunarian Shuffle, Facilia's ability set, he doesn't have all the spells at the very start. Crow balanced it so that he gains spells as he levels up, in a very balanced way. So, he starts... I think he's like level. What do you get?
Everyone knows that the balance that I put in is absolutely perfect and could not be improved in any way.
Yes, that is very true. The only problem I have is I never seem to get early quick. But
for sure.
What
I
is?
chose to run away from there. I did not want to fight the tiny mages.
So, what I'd like to know is what are the levels? Did you put in the Japanese spell table for Lunarian Shuffle for Rydia?
The spell level up base levels for each character is based off of the US version.
Okay.
Based off the JP version.
Okay.
JP version, the biggest difference in spell levels overall is that Rosa learns magic way slower in the JP version. Apart from that, to my knowledge, there aren't really especially big changes. There's some, but the rest of them aren't that big.
Yeah, I just was curious because I was doing a seed the other day and was wondering, okay, so we have my last seed, I was leveling up Rosa, and I'm going, okay, so do we have the Japanese table for Rydia, or do we not? Because it would help me prepare mentally. But
having to encounter a low here is actually kind of nice.
So the levels at which you can learn a spell are randomized between a certain range.
It's between -5 and +5.
The difficulty
-6 and +6 now. I think I've changed that at some point.
In the is it -6 to +6 now?
Something like that.
Does it got changed?
That's right.
It used to be -5 to +5.
You have one of the hard modes active, then it gets a little harder from there, obviously.
Yeah, because it's hard mode.
Yeah, it cannot be early in hard mode, and if you're on super hard mode, then there's a chance that any given spell might be learned extremely late.
Yeah, I've done a few super hard mode seeds, and they're not really too fun.
Well, I mean, if you're looking for super hard, it does its best to try to deliver.
I mean,
Yeah, they are.
I don't really mind the spell learnage late. It's the max experience sharing being turned off that I utterly despise. But that's just my personal preference.
Okay, so
Try lunacy mode with that. That's the height of people.
I'm just so happy we're doing one of these races again, because it just makes me reminisce when we were doing this years and years ago. We used to do these so often too.
Yep.
But I guess you guys have become really busy or something. Now that I think about it, the Lunarian Shuffle Challenge League never came back up until recently. So Palin's gonna be coming back. I don't know what spells he's gonna have because
The beginning of May. Yeah.
I'm glad I did start it back up though. The Lunarian Shuffle Challenge League. I'm glad I started that back up. Hey, remember when you said you were gonna do it, Mulcibaer?
It is a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. Thinking of all the objectives, getting making the seed, think of the flags, all that.
That's your story and you're sticking with it?
It is a whole lot of work. Basically just a bunch of mental notes. But I can deal with mental notes. I just wasn't sure what all this was when you first got it. Alright, so Mylon is actually it's like, it's harder to fight Mylon than it is Mylon Z because of how, because Mylon Z has a weakness to fire, whereas Mylon has no specific weakness. So that is that. Oh, come on.
Yeah, Mylon is also an enemy that counterattacks every time you deal damage to him. So if you have a party that doesn't have any big damage dealers, that can become a problem.
Yeah, especially when you have this kind of party. One thing I forgot to do before this fight, though, and I feel kind of weird for not doing this, because I normally do. I forgot to equip Palin before this fight. But hey, his Fire 2s are still doing a good amount of damage.
Didn't have anything on Palin's torso.
I just forgot to equip it. Palin's basically doing all the damage. I did not mean to use that. whatever.
Scott has fire arrows, so he'll do pretty decent damage. But
so what is the...
outscale that.
So Crow, I have a little question for you. What is the formula for Imp? The damage formula.
Formula for what?
For Imp.
Oh. It's just a low damage attack. There's nothing special about it. Some of the other Final Fantasy games have the Goblin Punch skill like scale with level in some weird way. Not so here. It's literally just a summon spell whose damage per sub hit is the lowest amount that isn't 0 that the summon magic is allowed to inflict. Based off the way its math works.
Wow, that's pretty weak.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Let's put this Wise Dagger on. Didn't he have something else? Yeah, I definitely want that on. Let's see, what else do we have here?
I do have cure potions, so I should be fine for the paladin change here, regardless of who it changes into.
Yeah, I'm basically doing my equipment now. Equipping rather, right now. I don't know why I just didn't equip him. I think I could have made that fight go a little faster if I had equipped him, but... I mean, is it really a surprise that Crow is the one who made it to Paladin % first?
Actually, I haven't heard where Mulcibaer is recently. How close are you?
No, it's never a surprise. We got light on Mount
Where did you die?
so I had to redo the Mount fight. I am at the bottom of the... Yeah, way back in Mount House. It's, so I've been behind you all the entire time, pretty much.
Oh, I'm actually...
You've been pretty close for a while.
I was not allowed to survive the mountain exploding.
So, when was the last time you saved?
Yeah, I didn't have much to contribute after I was,
like,
way...
Like, after that, when was the last time you saved?
No, I left at Hobbs. I just had to redo the Mom Bomb.
Okay, you just had to redo the Mom Bomb fight, okay.
Thank you,
Gotcha. How many times, though?
Just silent. Oh, hey, and dual wielding.
No, it was a lot of time. I lost enough time.
Alright, so yeah. Mylancy, extremely weak against fire. I didn't really think that fight was going to last too long. I'm actually really surprised on how close we are actually in length here, Crow. Because I'm about to get my Paladin Sussel replacement.
I'm out here to do some alarms.
It's like 30 minutes. Go back to this.
I just am having a little bit of inventory management here.
Yeah, pretty much whatever randomizer you choose for this game. The small overall inventory size is going to make inventory management a bit of a pain. To help things along, I like to slide the sort and trash can up in the inventory so you can access them a little bit faster, but it's still a little on the slow side.
Oh, we got Rosa here. Not bad.
Yep.
Rosa. Oh! Hi, Parsath. Thank you for the raid. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. We are doing the Lunarian Shuffle showcase. Sorry about about that.
A comment in my chat regarding throwing a carrot.
That
The
looks...
glitch that would allow the carrot or trash can throw is still in Lunarian Shuffle, but the odds you're going to have the right team to make it happen are a lot lower.
Thank you for the lurk. No worries, dude. Thank you for the raid. I definitely think that this Rosa is going to do some things. So, in the Lunarian Shuffle, unless you've got hard mode on, it doesn't, the Paladin Sussler replacement doesn't start at level 1, it starts at level 5. The characters...
At level 1, it's a little tricky to stay alive during the fight. The harder difficulty modes will require you to deal with that, but on normal difficulty, it's a source of frustration I decided was not going to be something I wanted to focus on.
Yeah.
Plenty of other things to be frustrated about.
Yeah, especially when you've got some other stuff that is like you need to worry about, like inventory management. I'm telling you, inventory boss is the worst boss in the game. Like legitimately.
Okay, so I've now spent some alarms, and my party is now super buff.
But is it though?
The rarest encounter is the one you get whenever you use an alarm to summon some enemies.
Oh man! Did I
turns out,
save?
The rarest enemies here are a pair of Liliths, which award way more experience per fight than anything else at this phase of the game.
Okay, I've got to know. Did I save afterwards? So I don't have to. So can I reset? Yeah, I can reset. Okay. I'm gonna reset because when I used that alarm, the Lilith killed Rosa. So.
Oh, yep.
That's a reset. That's a reset. That's the character I'm actually trying to get levels on, so. Can you not hit Rosa this time? That'd be great. Yeah, you can kill Fasoya, I don't care. Okay, come on, stay alive. Yes! Whew. Man, that was close. I don't care if you kill Fasoya, that's not an issue. As much as bad that sounds, I don't care. We're good. We got Circ on her now. So the Liliths give 2,750 experience per Lilith, and the rarest encounter is the 2 Lilith fights. So we're going to be getting 5,500 experience exactly from each of these alarms that we have.
And they are weak to fire. They are also zombies, so if you've got Cure 2 potions, that's a reasonable way to fight against them as well.
Yeah, the Liliths, their base experience versus others' base experience just by themselves.
In the city also bright daggers.
What kind of daggers?
Bright daggers that are effective against zombies.
Oh, nice.
So if you pick one of those up, they'll be falling to you in no time.
Oh, man. Oh, I hate it when my foot gets asleep and then wakes up. That's an awful experience. Man, I hate that.
Except the barroom brawl.
So, we're going to be coming up onto that in a minute here. So, the Yang replacement battle, all you have to do is attack. Wait for the 2 kicks, and then attack with the Paladin Cecil replacement, and that's over. If you do have the Dark Knight Cecil replacement, they will do a extra hit on that character specifically.
That only happens, of course, if you have the lunacy flag on. Lunacy mode causes the Lunarian Shuffle to randomize the characters that are in your party to a random set of the characters you've met so far after every fight that you win. So you have to keep juggling all the characters that you've met. By the end of the game, you're juggling between 30 different characters. And one of the characters that is juggled between is, in fact, the Dark Knight Cecil replacement. So, with that, you can potentially wind up getting those extra hits that are coded into the original game, but ordinarily there's no way to trigger it.
Yeah, so, if you don't, if you bring Dark Knight Cecil replacement into that fight, prepare for an extra few hits.
And weirdly enough, the attacks are hard-coded to always look like they're coming from the weapon whose ID number, at least in the original, is the black sword.
The what?
No. Yeah, so it always looks like in the original, if you trigger it, with the original equipment, it's going to be a red dark sword that is swung, because that's the black sword. Wait, no, it's the darkness sword, whatever. One of those things. It's a particular sword type weapon that is swung by the enemy, is what it looks like. In randomized equipment, you can potentially wind up with different weapons that get swung because it depends on what weapon winds up in that slot.
So, does he have it, like, equipped or something? And when you...
Yeah, that is a possibility.
So, when he swings it, it's basically the same ID, except it's a different thing because it's randomized equipment. Is that what it is?
It's... the weapons are randomized, but it's still pointing at the same weapon ID number, is how it works.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, but... Yeah, so it's the same kind of, I guess, weapon, but it's like a different ID. It's like the same ID, but it's different weapon.
Yep, because all the equipment is now different. Okay, closing on the Baigen fight. I don't think this is a team that's going to destroy
that is 100% for me.
Alright.
Nice.
What's the clock at this point, by the way? I didn't actually have one running.
10904 right now.
Okay.
I have a timer going, so.
Wow. Alright.
Yeah. Isn't the Paladin Cecil replacement interesting?
This is pretty good.
Well, I mean, dual wielding ninja is kind of cool.
Yes.
Plus, Fusoya's ability set makes Rosa even better. She can do her normal healing, and she can do black magic as well as swing ninja swords. I think that's pretty good. Rosa's normal stat increase, which, by the way, the replacements will always get these stats, you know, the strength, agility, vitality, wisdom, and will of the character who they look like. So, Rosa will always have Rosa's base stats.
Yep.
The only thing
Rosa
that
has decent strength, decent agility, decent vitality, goodwill.
and the
Kind of way it
the
goes.
only time that it actually screws with something like that is when it's the attack power of whoever has the karate equipment type.
Right.
So, they're young, and the fact that they need levels in order to make them punch hard. But that's about it. So everything else is the same. Wow. That's not something I want on.
And I actually have to bow out.
Hey Crow.
Oh, you're heading out?
You heading out? So hey Crow, it's something to tell you.
Yeah, I actually have to stop playing for now.
Aww. Oh well. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah. Man. So Crow, here's the thing. I had I'm sure you found it, right? Because
Thank you all for having me.
yeah, it was a pleasure. I'm just glad we can get these races started back up again. You found the anti-mage helmet, right?
I don't know that I did.
Well, it was in one of the chests in the Barren Waterway.
I actually skipped those.
One of the first three. It lowers your strength by 5. Fasoya, at this point, for me, only has 5 strength, so it went down to 0. And I'm like, nope, not doing that. Like, nope, not today. Not when he's just a physical attacker. Thankfully, he's not gonna be in the party for too much longer. Looking back at Tella, though, I do think that Tella is going to be worse. In the phase that, sure, he can wear strength boosting gear, and I mean, thank goodness for that, right? But he's got that hide ability, which makes it more annoying than anything else. Plus,
yeah, auto hide is not so great.
and the fact that he has low health and low defense. The fact that Tella actually has his natural defense lowered the more he levels.
Yeah.
Makes it so that you're gonna have to keep more defense on him in order for him not to auto hide. Oh, that's gonna be annoying when he comes back. On a lighter note, though, we're going to be getting a Paladin Cecil back at Zot. So that's something to look forward to. Double Rydia stuff. So I remember you and was it you and Mr. P.R. Miller that did that showcase on the Lunarian Shuffle a few years back?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I actually caught up on the video on YouTube. Yeah, I remember that. I don't know. What I don't know though is why ninja magic is treated as black magic. I've never understood that.
Why what?
Why ninja magic is treated as black magic.
Oh, because it literally is the black magic list. What the game does is anytime it displays the word black to indicate black magic in your menu, it takes a look and checks if the item in question, if the character in question is the character who knows black magic, If the character in question is the one that knows ninja magic, and if so, it erases the word black and rewrites the word ninja on top of it.
Really?
Yep.
That's intriguing.
About as hacky a solution as possible.
So that's what you had to deal with a while back, huh? I remember helping you out with that, like, sort of issue where it showed the ninja magic as like, oh, was it? It showed ninja magic as black magic.
It would call it black instead. Yeah.
Yeah, I would call it black. I remember that.
Yeah,
And
I think I've seen it pop up once again in the current version, under some circumstance, but it's a really strange thing for me to hunt down because most of the time it doesn't happen, so I'm not sure where the error is exactly.
yeah, I don't know either. It's kind of a weird thing. Kind of a really weird thing, actually. I might be in danger here. Let's
any important equipment there? I don't think so.
Oh, that's better than nothing.
I care about on. Yeah, because all the paladin-specific stuff the gang has, no one else would be able to use anyway. So losing it should matter.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the only paladin-specific equipment that there is in randomized equipment is the light swords. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We also haven't been seeing very many wielders of heavy armor in general. I guess we got a couple, but not a lot.
Yeah, so it's like I can't figure this out here. Like, why we haven't been seeing a whole lot of that stuff?
It's just luck of the draw on that one.
I think I might actually wipe to buy again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I might actually wipe to buy again. This is not cool. I don't really have a whole.
Flame that Kane can cast. That's a pretty good win here. Definitely want to use that if you get the opportunity. That'll kill both of the arms, and it'll also cause Biden to cast Wall on himself. If you make him do that twice by casting Flame the second time, then the wall will bounce onto one of your characters, and then you can bounce fires off of that.
That's what I did, but here's the thing. When I went to do the fourth tier 2 spell, the wall ran out.
Oh, whoops.
And so, yeah. Oh, come on, really? Yeah, I think I'm gonna wipe.
Yeah, I think you only have yourself to blame with that one.
Yeah! I think you're right in every single aspect. But I don't think I have any more items per se that will deal damage. I used my Grimoire and it was Ifrit. No, I guess we're gonna have to keep summoning a Chocobo with Yang, I guess.
Trying to work out how the Dark Elf fight's gonna work for me.
Should we summon or
the
should we...
answer is I put Rosa on the front row. The Sid replacement actually comes with Holy Elemental Arrows, which is going to help.
Oh yeah, that definitely will help.
Because it's going to be paired with pretty low accuracy bow. That alone is not going to get me through.
But are you forgetting the fact that we have Rosa who has a holy weapon on?
Right, yeah, we've got that. And so I am thinking I'm going to have to put her in the front row in order to do reasonable damage, but...
Yeah, because we haven't found a boomerang yet.
Correct.
I'm just
We're
gonna
going to go
reset.
ahead and actually flee from battle here. This is going to involve taking a lot of damage, but we do have healing options, so I think it'll be okay.
If I can get a good Grimoire, I think we'll be fine. I'm not really too worried about the Kanazo fight. It's going to be pretty easy since we do have some lightning magic. It's just...
For me, at least, Kanazo wound up being really fast. It's based off of the speed of your agility anchor, and of course, and I guess I just wound up with the bad cutoff there, where it was just fast enough to get the next relative agility cutoff. So the way the game works is it scales the speed of everything in the battle based off of your main character being speed 5. Everything else is calculated based off of that. This causes a lot of rounding errors, which can cause some big problems if you wind up on the side of the rounding error that is most favorable to the enemy.
Yeah, so, how I've learned how to calculate, agility anchoring is like, it's like your agility anchor, plus times 2.5 plus 1. That's relative agility. That's how I've learned to calculate its relative agility. We still have the... I think we're gonna zerk him up. That's what we're gonna do. Kind of wish I had better defense, but... oh well. I do kind of want to heal up here.
His Pound's turn gets... oh, or we're just dead. That works too. Oh, right, because we only have 2 party members. Dark Elf's damage got focused. So you want to lose the Dark Elf fight as soon as possible. That way you get on with the plot. At least the first phase of the fight, of course. And the fastest way to do that is to have metallic equipment on. Short of that, you can also use the fact that you just start getting pummeled by pretty strong magic, and as long as you completely die before all the extra text happens, then that works out reasonably well.
Hey, the good thing about Rosa is that she's got a good amount of natural strength.
Rose's ability set on Titus, that's actually pretty awkward, honestly.
Okay, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. Whoa! We finally got through the Baigan fight. Yay! We're through the Baigan fight.
Dual wielding with one of the weapons being the Legend Sword is pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd like to remind you all that the inventory boss is the strongest boss in the game. It's even stronger than Zeromus.
Oops. So, with Rosa's ability set, Dark Knight Cecil here is not going to know exit yet. Rosa learns exit at the top of Mount Zot. Not Mount Zot. Tower of Zot.
Tower of Zot, yeah, I was like, Mount Zot? That's a new one. So it's scripted to where she learns it right after
Right as she joins you. Actually.
Yeah, right. She rejoins. She gets exit. So the fact that we're not gonna have him for that long means that we're not going to get exit on him.
Well, we'll see the spell. We just won't have any opportunities to use it.
Fair. Very fair. Yeah, we won't have the opportunity to actually use it because he will be.
I guess it's not necessarily true. I think you take one step in the underworld with him in the party, you could theoretically get into battle there, and you could theoretically find yourself wanting to cast exit in that battle. That's a big stretch, but I guess it could happen.
I guess. Is this the same kind of logic?
The Red Wings here come in as the Enterprise Red Wings, and then there is a little bit of tension between Rosa and Tella, and then they've upgraded the Red Wings to the Falcon design.
I mean, that's not too far of a stretch. Maybe the Falcon is one of the Red Wing ships. Never know.
I mean, that's the idea. You're stealing one of their quote-unquote new designs. And that's what the Falcon supposedly is.
Yeah, so technically what you're owning is a Red Wing ship. I mean, why they would just have it sit there, I have no idea. Unguarded? I mean, you would think you would at least guard it, right? I am so far.
Probably be putting Rosa back into the back row.
No, you attack. We're gonna cast Split 2 here. If Fusoya does last long enough to... if Chaos will last long enough to actually... Yeah, I don't think Fusoya's gonna survive. Oh, he came close to surviving that. Close, but no cigar. As the saying goes. So Kinazo is one of the two bosses in the actual game that actually has their evasion calculated.
Specifically, the evasion kicks in once you have seen him go into his shell. The core glitch that normally prevents any evasion from being used by the enemy is that the game forgets to load their evasion from the table of stats as the battle loads. So, you wind up with not getting any evasion unless the evasion changes mid-fight. If it changes mid-fight, that code works right. So, in that case, you will actually get the intended values.
So, I gotta ask, do you always go on technicalities? Because you were in the Lunarian Shuffle chat thing earlier, and you were talking about how apparently I had yes worries. Do you always go on technicalities like that? I mean, technically you were not wrong. I said, no worries, I just was worried.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, technically correct is the best kind of correct. Haven't you heard that?
I mean...
I'm currently fighting the Mage's Sisters. These enemies here are considered mages, so if you happen to have any anti-mage weaponry, this is the time to bring it out. Racial damage bonuses are worth quadruple damage in this game, which is, you know, pretty good.
Also, darting completely and utterly ignores evasion. Not a whole lot of people know that. And goodbye, turtle. That took me way too many resources than I would like. But we got through. Also, wiping the wagon
command looks kind of silly on Dark Knight Cecil. Sticks his sword out and then pulls out a bow.
What are you talking about? Where are you at?
Well, the aim command starts with a brief flash of your special attack animation. So, for Dark Knight Cecil, that animation is pulling out his sword, but then the actual attack animation involves the bow because he's using a bow and arrows, so...
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Also, people that do not know this, do not press the menu button right after this cutscene. It will immediately soft lock you. I don't know how many times I've had that happen.
Yeah, bad news.
Yeah, after you get the Enterprise, do not press... What's X? Do not press X.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a frame-perfect, quote-unquote, trick to make that happen, but in any case, just don't push your luck.
Yeah, not a fun experience. I can tell you from experience that is not fun. I did that on console. One of the other times I was in the mood to play on console, and I forgot that was actually a vanilla glitch. Legitimately, I completely forgot. I'm just going, oh, right, that glitch. It's vanilla, that's right. And, yeah, that was fun. So if you don't have any sort of, kind of way to deal with the dolls later on, Thorages, what have you, those are good, good ways to deal with it. Also, if you have an hourglass, you don't have to worry about the dolls merging. So that is also a good point. Because the back dolls do not have the boss bit, and the front dolls do for some reason.
Okay, about to lose Callum here.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so you have that. And that. Okay, so we do need to take a little moment to prepare for what's going on next. What in the world is holding us down? That's one thing I gotta know. It's not the staff. Is it the ring? Yes. Okay. So generally when you have randomized equipment, I generally look for the ring because it's either the weapon or the ring for me. I don't know why. It's one of them most of the time. That's magnetic, but generally that's how that works. But I have had a few pieces of headgear that weren't like armor that have like shirts and hats and whatnot that have been magnetic. So.
Oh yeah, it's
And
the odds that light armor is going to be magnetic is pretty low, but it does happen.
Yeah, I've had it happen before, but it's not been too rare. It's been extremely rare. Not too common. I do need to heal up because, well, that's a thing. MP overflow glitch is also a thing. I'm just gonna change my rows and stuff right now. So I need to have you in the front. We're gonna put you in the back.
So no jumping characters in the Valvalis party, so that does mean Valvalis' HP will be reduced.
To 3,000.
The Enterprise, though, there isn't any like ability to cast magic on the spinning form or anything like that. So we do have to deal with Valvalis that will not be hit by magic at all.
But you can dart.
Yep, dart works, and dart ignores evasion, which is the main thing that the spin grants.
Yeah, darting completely and utterly ignores evasion, which is something that a lot of people overlook, I feel like. You know, darting...
Its own kind of peculiar damage formula it's got going on.
Yeah, it has some... I know it has some kind of thing to do with your level. I'm just not entirely sure what the entire formula is for dart. Are you aware of what it is? Because I'm kind of curious.
It's effectively your level times the attack power of the weapon plus a random number from 1 to 255. And that just is the calculation. Nothing more, nothing less. There's no consideration for the opponent's defense power, for your attack power, anything like that. None of that factors in.
Interesting. So a strategy for the Dark Elf fight. One of the strategies that I'm actually personally going to use here is the Zerk Rosa, because she's got Zerk at this point. If I can get Rosa's turn, there we go. Rosa's Zerk will most likely hit because, well, she's got a good amount of will.
The aim command is pretty decent here. Giving yourself very high hit rate makes the evasion that the enemy has not as troubling as it usually would be. But the main damage output here is just going to be the darts.
Yeah, that's generally just what's going to make this thing. We should, yep, there we go. Me change, there we go. I should only need 2 more hits to kill Dark Elf. Once Dark Elf gets once it gets into its dragon form, it is no longer a boss. So you can do whatever on it. I'm not going to because this fight's pretty much over anyway, but you could if you wanted to. Well, we got Palom with Virus now, that's nice. I don't know how many times I've accidentally left without taking the crystal. Like, you kill Dark Elf, you exit out, and then you forget to take the crystal. How many times have you done that, Crow?
How many times have I done what?
Forgot to take the crystal after killing Dark Elf.
I want to say that's happened one time. It's not common for me, but I think it has happened.
Yeah, it's just generally when you're not focusing on the here and now.
The more common mistake for me to make is for me to try to cast exit while I'm still in the room. Doesn't actually hurt anything. Don't have to like go back anywhere, but just a kind of embarrassing minor time loss.
You know what's funny? I never ever checked the Mysidia shop. The Mysidia item shop? I never did.
Oh. It wasn't that exciting this time. Usually the Mysidia item shop was pretty awesome, but this time was kind of meh.
What did it have in it anyway?
It had temps, heal potions, cure 1 potions. Is that where I got the alarms? I think it is.
I never found them buyable, so that might have been it. I only was... See, the thing is, for me, I didn't check the shop, so I never got alarms. I only found the 2 alarms that I ever gotten.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, 2's enough.
Yeah, 2's more than enough.
Going more than 2. It doesn't hurt, obviously, but it's not really...
Yeah.
At least with maximum experience cheering on.
Yeah, 11,000 experience is plenty. But, yeah. It definitely wouldn't hurt, but it's definitely plenty. That's why I was struggling with the Baigen fight. For some reason, my mind was all on, hey, these are the features for the Lunarian Shuffle. And not on, hey, this is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. At some point, you have to play the actual game.
Yeah. An Ogre Nyx two-handed axe. Okay. Let's see here. We will be getting someone back who can actually use it. Mainly Tella. And I am super glad I bought those life potions. Because we are going down so quickly. I've, like, it just feels like I have, like, no defense. Also, sticking Palom in the front is probably not a good idea.
Also, just now realized we had the scene with Rosa rescuing Paladin Cecil, so we've got the role reversal going on.
Oh yeah, Za. I was thinking at Dwarf Castle. I'm going, yeah, we got the role reversal here.
You can visit the dwarf item shop before doing the fights down here. There are blizzards available, which will kind of trivialize this. Oh hey, it passes for sale.
Yeah, if you ever want to do it. Unlike for Enterprise, it doesn't give you away to Zeronos.
Yeah, it just gives you a dance scene.
Yeah, like it does in Vanilla, right? So, yeah, in the Lunarian Shuffle, you don't, the pass is pretty much a sellable. It's a 5,000 GP sellable, too. So if you get it pretty early on, that's a lot of money. It is possible, if you use the misclip. Which, we could not do this seed, so that's kind of saddening, but...
Possible there would have been dwarf bread in some random chest somewhere that we missed, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as we know, not possible this time.
Yeah. Could have been dropped from an imp, but we could have had like a drop from an imp for the tent.
Would be more practical, I guess. Yeah.
But we didn't have that either, so I mean, take what you can get, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting but the fact that we did actually get this far this quickly without doing the misflip is kind of really good. Holy weapon on you.
Yeah, Hallam having access to black magic and being in the Tele slot helps a lot. Of all the characters to put into the Tele slot, Hallam probably is the best because he does the most with early levels, and you don't necessarily want him in your end game party because his HP is so low, and black magic isn't super easy to use against Zeramis. But putting him in the Tele slot, as long as he has black magic to cast, he'll do quite well with it.
I actually kind of beg to differ. Have you ever heard of something called reflect straps?
I'm aware of them. I personally find that usually that's more trouble than it's worth. It is usually a lot easier to put together a berserk / physical attack strategy against Zeramis. You can make the other work, but a lot more can go wrong when you're trying to bounce magic onto Zeramis rather than just blasting him with physical damage. Anyway, that is time for Golbez percent for me.
GG's. I'm fighting the Mega Sisters right now. I spent a whole lot of time on Baigen. That's mainly where I lost so much time. That's where I lost most of my time, I think.
Yeah, a death is a big loss.
Yeah, so a really big wipe there was kind of something that I didn't want to see. It was definitely something I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, anytime you're in a race, it pays to save frequently.
No, I saved right before Baigen. But the thing was, Baigen I was actually doing considerably really bad against him, which I actually was not expecting. I was expecting, hey, you know, I've got this party here, right? I should be able to do it, right? But no, I actually failed the first time. Surprised me. The second attempt was a lot smoother, though. I do have Zerked up Rosa here for the Maga Sisters. It's gonna make the Maga Sisters a little easier.
Alright. I've got some other stuff to get sorted out for the rest of the day here. I will actually be streaming again starting at 3 o'clock. That is my usual streaming time. We're just doing a little bit early here, so we try to get a Lunarian Shuffle race recorded here. There is a Final Fantasy randomizer marathon coming up, and we're looking to maybe offer this for that. We'll have to figure out what exactly we're offering and how, but we'll make it work out for now. So thanks for watching, everyone who's on my channel. In about 2 hours time, I will be coming back online, not with Lunarian Shuffle, but instead with The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It's a game in the same series as Phoenix Wright, for anyone familiar with that. Murder mystery / comedy / courtroom drama stuff is the basic gist of it. So, take care, and goodbye for now.
I actually was not expecting to struggle this much against the Maga Sisters either. I mean, I keep, you know, am I just not... Okay, finally she's dead. Jeez. Cindy took forever to die.
Yeah, Cindy has more HP than the other two.
Like a lot more. And the thing is, and for this specific party, she's actually harder to kill than the other ones, because you can just cast Virus on the other ones and kill them really fast. That's fine. Finally done with the Maga Sisters. That's good. I'm actually gonna go back to the save point. But yeah, are you using your Twitch streams as your VOD, or are you doing other stuff?
I was just going to use the VOD from the screen here, yeah, from Twitch.
I upload all of my Lunarian Shuffle streams to YouTube before going forward, because the Twitch quality of my streams is bad sometimes, so I just want to record in advance.
Yeah, if you have a local recording, that can be higher quality,
yeah. Yeah, so I always try to keep a local recording on hand. That's generally what I do, but that's what I'm doing right now. I like to have a recording.
Yeah, makes sense.
You stream and record at the same time, therefore you will have at least a video that is somewhat good quality. Did I unequip? Yes, I did. Okay. It seems kind of funny.
I'll be signing out here. Good luck with the rest.
Thank you.
And I guess we'll have to sort out on the Discord what exactly is getting offered.
Yeah, generally I don't know, so we'll definitely have to figure it out. But thank you for the race.
Yep. Thanks for joining.
Bye. Okay, so we're getting a Tella and a Cecil back, so that's interesting. I'm kind of curious which is absolutely better. That one's better than that. Okay, I still prefer the hunger. Alright, that's wise. That's what we had earlier, I think. Hunger next. I want the better accuracy. More than the actual attack power. Actually, hold up, don't we have leather? Yeah, we have leather headband. That'll be good. I like that. I'm just gonna back row glitch Cecil here. So he hits the same damage from the back row. So you don't have a jumper for the Valvalis fight. We will have to we'll have to deal with the HP here, but it's not gonna be too bad. Having Rosa with Cure 3 at this point is really nice. See, I hit the, until it's not gonna do anything, alright. See, I hit right there and I hit left. I don't know why sometimes it does that. Kinda want Kane alive right now. It's gonna be my darter. It's gonna dart things. A few more darts and I think we're fine. Okay, there we go. Got the weakness. That's good. I don't think Tella's going to be able to hit, so not really too concerned about that. I was, however, really intrigued that Dark Knight Cecil hit with his aim. That I don't really see too often. Ooh, nice. Good target. Bye, Tella. There we go. All done. So in the upcoming fight, the fight that's coming up, the Golbez fight specifically, in the Golbez fight specifically, the when you're doing the Golbez fight, it's generally if you have paralyzed resistant equipment. Like completely nullify paralyzed, completely nullify death, instant death, what have you. It makes the Golbez fight pretty much free. In terms of the Shadow Dragon. And the paralyzed, you have that on. I don't really think there's nothing on Titus that I care to remove right now. So we're going to just be going up to Golbez %. I can't really see the dolls becoming too much of an issue unless I get them combining, which is a very low chance of happening. So I don't really see an issue there. Okay, what's that? I planted to the south, not the west. Well. By the way, chat, in case you guys don't know, I cannot know unless I look at my dashboard if I got a follow or not. I don't know why the bot just does not notify me. But it is what it is, I guess. This would be great for the other thing. Not really too into that right now. Silk webs are nice, but since we're only going up to Golbez percent, not really what I need. We're just gonna be fighting Golbez and ending it there. What do we have for magic? Yeah, only virus. We're gonna use our 1 hourglass here, so that we do actually know that we're not gonna trigger the doll. I forgot I actually had that hourglass. Okay, Golbez time. So Golbez is weak against fire, so this fight should be over pretty soon. Even if Rosa does, yeah, he's gonna die there because she got hit with a virus. We should still be fine. Fire 3 should do enough damage to knock out Golbez. Yep, there we go. And that is Golbez percent right there. 205.40. That being said, guys, that is Golbez percent in a nutshell. That's what the Lunarian Shuffle has to offer up to Golbez percent. This was our Golbez percent race, and yeah. Hopefully, you guys enjoy Lunarian Shuffle.